Okay. I threw in some fireworks at the end there to mix it up for myself and make it more fun. I am producing myself today with help from Rev Mel. Let's see how this goes. All right, so second day in a row of me producing for Marathon Week. That's right, Marathon Week, because it's only less than a couple of days until the New York City Marathon, my very first New York City Marathon. And it's been a journey. It has been a journey. Shout out to Tamika. I just shouted her out on Instagram just as I was sitting here waiting for the show to start. I saw her post and I reposted it, and she said such great things about me. We've only met once. We were doing a Nissan test drive here there in Nashville, and I was able to influence her and and give her this sense of of doing right, of doing right, and her what she said was really nice, and I reposted it. So if you can check it out on WhatsApp, I greatly appreciate it. Also, thanks to Nan, who also said some great things about me, and I reposted them yesterday. She said some really great things and how I influenced her to fall in love with running. And I was like, oh wow, that was me. Oh man, that's great. That's great. And how I've also helped her get involved with cryptocurrency. I was like, cryptocurrency? I know about cryptocurrency. I need to find out what I know about cryptocurrency. So shout out to Nan and to Tamika. Shout out to both of you folks. So, all right, let's see what we got here. Shout out from the hills of Colorado. Shout out to Margareta. Yes, thank you for saying it's good to see me live. It's good to see you live. This is really scary for me, but Rev Mel talked me into it. Okay, so I want to start off with another local story, right? So, so I've been saying to you that I've been adjusting via the pace of Nashville versus the pace of New York, and this is a very big difference, very big difference. And so yesterday I told a story about me following this guy. He left me. He left me trying to get across this highway with lots of traffic. He left me, but I decided to try again. So Fee King came up to see me and spend time with me and help me do everything that needs to be done. And her train came into what's the name? Penn Station. Came into Penn Station, and so I I decided to walk to Penn Station. Now, mind you, I was thinking about taking the the train, but I was like, no, let's walk it instead. And so I walked all my way down to Penn Station, and it's about 10 blocks, and it is spectacular. Like, first of all, I got to tell you that I did better than I thought. I did better than I thought. I got into a pattern rhythm. I got started moving, sliding between people, slide, cutting and weaving, moving. And so that was really helpful to me, and helpful to me that I got into the mood. I got into the mood. And even I was sometimes the first person to cut across the street. So big up to me for that. And also, I wanted to shout something out. There was a homeless man who I remember from giving gifts to before, or at least trying to. And and he saw me, and wasn't ready to speak to him yet. And I was like, okay, I'll just be quiet and walk past him. But as soon as I walked past him, he recognized me. He said, hey brother," and then I was kind of like, trying to make it on time to Fee's getting her train on time, and I don't know, just other things, and I just felt some kind of way about pulling away from that homeless man. And so what I've done is, in order to make up for the fact that I pulled away from yesterday, I got some trail mix. I got some tuna fish. I got some of the things that my mom gave me last time that that I have, and I can give them to the homeless man. So I expect that I usually see him in a certain area, but I think it's important for us to remember how to give, especially when we're feeling taken away from. And Lord will tell you, I definitely feel taken away from, but I have to live as if I haven't been, as if I got nothing but love to give, nothing but things to give, and give, and give. So that's my lesson for yesterday. So we'll see how that goes. All right. So shout out to you, Nan. Nan, I hope I heard your shout out that I gave you. I gave you. I talked about you. Oh wait. Okay. so I gave you a shout out a few minutes ago. So hopefully you caught that, Nan. But I was shouting you out. So check that out. And let's see. Welcome. So happy to see my live face. Okay, thank you, Facebook user. Okay. So anyway, where do I want to go from there? Where do I want to go from there? I want to talk about a couple things that I forgot to talk about yesterday. First of all, shout out to my mom. My mom was always thugging me about the medication I was taking. So the medication I was taking, I must tell you, is 4 different packages, 4 different bottles of medication that was assigned by me by my primary care in Nashville. And I I've been kind of okay about the medicine. All right. Even though she's thugged on me every day, like, Sekou, have you taken your medicine? Taking your medicine. I was like, yeah. But I had to shout this out because I wanted to let her know that Holly really gave her a better reason. So Holly is one of my my physical therapists to help me move my body the way it's supposed to move these days. Right? Yes, I have to work on that. I have to actually work on that. And anyway, on her last day, she arbitrarily took my my blood pressure. She pulled out the cuff, put the blood pressure on, and she put it on me. And then she was like, "Uh-oh," and I was like, "Uh-oh, what do you mean, uh-oh?" And she said that why my systolic rating, I believe the lower number. Anyway, that number was not high, was way too high. It was so high that she couldn't teach me that her excellent work with move my body around under normal circumstances. And I was like, "What? Because of what now?" And she said, "Because of my blood pressure." So, I mean, listen, I got on it that day and I've been on it ever since. I've been on it, yo. I've been on, yo. So, Mom, you got some unwitting help. You got some unwitting help from Holly at oh, I forgot the name of that place, but the place that gives me physical therapy. So shout out to Holly. All right. So, all right. Shout out to Daryl. Shout out to Daryl. Hey, Daryl. I appreciate you. I appreciate you sending me stuff, Daryl. Daryl has sent me a bunch of things, and I haven't been able to process what they are. But Daryl, I appreciate you sending them, and someday I'll figure them out. I'll figure them out soon and figure out what they are and how to react to them. Okay, so all that said, time for some dice. Time for some dice. Time for some dice. Now, just a reminder, if you have not started the dice challenge yet, you need to start today. You need to start today. And if you're one of the people who watches the challenge and says, "Oh, I'll do it someday," let that day be today. Let that day be today. Because I was talking yesterday about belief. You got to have belief in this die and the power of consistency to change your financial circumstances. All right. So that's it. Here we go. 4. The number is 4. All right. So you're gonna take $4 out, $4 out of your regular place where your money comes, and then you're gonna put it in a space to invest it, and then you must have an amount that you set. Dice roll $4. Dice roll $4. Wait, wait. There you go. $4. $4. There you go. So your attempt must be never ending. It can't be an attempt that where you pull back because life has pulled back. So like right now, I will set aside $4, even though life has pulled pulled back in a lot of different ways, or have has encouraged me to interact with the world differently than it has in many of these middle ways, right? So the point is, you have to give to your investment account every day, every day, every day. You've got to keep doing it, all right? So please do that. If you haven't done it yet, do it today. $4, move the money. Okay. So I made some notes. Let me check my notes, see if anything else I forgot. Let's see. Mom, got that. Got the dice roll. All right. Oh, the haircut. Okay. Let me talk about the haircut before I move on. Now, obviously, your boy needs a cut. Your boy needs a cut, right? This is what happened. What happened, I didn't admit this to many people until much later in the program, is I didn't I, I didn't remember who my barber was in Nashville. I completely forgot who that person was. And so how embarrassing is that not to remember where you go to get your hair done? And then once I remembered that he used to say, well, you shouldn't run every day because you'll hurt yourself. And so we would go and we would have this back and forth thing. I'd be like, nah, man, I'm good, I'm good, I'm good. And so there was that thing, that sense of entitlement where once I remembered what it was about, I wasn't sure if I wanted to have that conversation with him. If I wanted to step into his studio, having known that it did affect me. And then I decided, no, I need to face this fear. I need to face this fear, and I need to confront this man and give him what I got. Just tell him what happened. And unfortunately, I waited till the last minute, and Rev Mel and I kept missing him. We tried a couple of times. We drove by his house. I mean, by his place of business a couple of times, but we didn't catch him. And now I'm in New York, so now I got a whole new thing. Now I just got to figure out what to do with my hair. Like what to do. Now, hopefully, I have a barber here that used to cut my hair and is local. But I would love to hear from you all what my new look should be. What should my new look be? Now, the only thing that's happened with my hair is that I've cut these kind of the space on the sides because they needed that space because they needed to inject this kind of explosive magnetism thing to help my muscles congeal on the right side of my face. So aside from that, everything's everything. So I love to hear from you what you think I should do with the hair. So let me know. Drop it in the chat. Let me know. Okay. So all that said, I think it's time now for some affirmations. Affirmations. Let me see if I can find this myself. Let me see. Let me see. All right. I think I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Oh, I think I found it. Yes, I found it. Yes, I got it. All right. So we're going to do this affirmation twice. Once for feeling and once for memory. So I'm so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. I am so happy and grateful to be a multi-millionaire in every area of my life. Ashe. Ashe. And you should see Mary Mel. Mary Mel's getting into it. She's backstage. She's getting into it. Yeah, she's getting into it. Okay, so about money, I just really wanted to talk about just a small thing, because what I noticed when I watched my show as a rerun watcher is that I talked about so many things so fast that I needed to slow things down. And so for me, I want to keep talking about one thing this week, and that is that belief is so important, because you've got to believe in the power that these things that you're doing can have help. They can give you help. Like, you've got to believe first. Yeah, you got to believe first, and then it happens for you. It doesn't start happening for you until you start doing it consistently, right? Because when you do it consistently, then you'll see that you create your brain space for new things, for new opportunities, for new things. So when you got a little bit of money and you give a smaller money, they're $4, you give your $4 away and set aside for investment, then you tell the universe, but I know there's some more money coming into that main account. I know there's some more money coming into that main account, that there will be more happiness there soon, right? So that said, I wanted to emphasize that, and emphasize where to spend the money. So where to spend the money is pretty simple. We've talked about the stock market mainly on the show, and it took a lot. It took a lot for me to convince me to get myself back in the stock market. And I remember, I tell you this, I started watching when my mom started watching, she must have already been watching the replays, the reruns. And then when I came home, I was like, what is this? I'm on TV. What is this? I got so fixated by it. But even then, he was talking to me about investments in the stock market. And I had to use my finger snap technology to access those accounts, because I didn't remember my passwords anymore, because my mind is so mixed up and boggled. But I use my finger, and I would get scared, because I press my finger and I'll be like, oh wow, there's money in here. And I close it out. And I open it up again, and I see this money in there, and I close it out. But this is what was funny. What's funny is, once I finally was able to use my finger and open it and just look, I was able to see that everything had a plus sign. Everything had a plus sign. Everything. Like, during all those months of trial and tribulation that I was going through, without even remembering I had a stock portfolio, those stocks were steady rising. And I learned things by watching how they rose and how they shaped themselves. I was like, oh, well, wait a minute now. I think I told you, I was trying to buy all the different components of the Dow, and I was great. But what I saw when I came back from therapy is that some of those stocks were doing better, were manifesting themselves faster, right? So they were giving themselves a better bump by buying more of themselves. So hopefully you know what I mean. But so let's say Coca-Cola, Coca-Cola is one of those ones that is part of the Dow, right? So the more you give to Coca-Cola, the faster it works, because the price is low. I don't know why, but the amount that it would give me in terms of it buying itself was pretty impressive. Now imagine, if you will, for those of you not involved in the stock market, imagine, if you will, someone is handing you money Someone's handing you money all the time, no matter how small the amount is. Somebody's handing you money all the time. And so the fact that Coca-Cola will hand you so much money so quickly is beautiful. It's beautiful. And so it made me stop trying to buy all of the different members of the Dow and focus on Coca-Cola. There we go. Just focus on Coca-Cola, because Coca-Cola, they give and they give back pretty frequently, pretty aggressively. So that's all for now. That's all for now in terms of what I want to talk about. I want to talk about those two things: belief. In other words, whatever you're doing, you must believe in it. You must try again and again until you make it a definite part of your system. And also, you've got to learn by being part of the system. Like when you're part of a system and you're noodling with it on a regular basis, you start to notice things. And like I noticed that about Coca-Cola. So that's it for today. Your main thing is believe and buy something that resonates with you. Buy something that resonates with you. So for me right now, that's Coke. Coca-Cola is a winner today. Coca-Cola is a winner today. All right, so let's get into some joy news, as Red Mel would call it, some joy news. All right, so here's my shirt. If you notice that, a 409 shirt, I got 409 shirt. That's my true testament to the power that day held for me. Those of you that don't know, check out the story on my website. But basically, I was running for 409 days before the universe came and remixed me. So check out the shirts. They're available on the website. Oh, I should put the website up. I gotta see if I can find that. Okay. So, oh yeah, Sacred Rights. Sacred Rights is everything. I just put that one. Okay. So there you go. And so there's the shirts. There's also die shirts, meaning hello shirts, and it has a diamond at the end that represents my new relationship with being a hero and being able to fight through it, through thick and thin, and relying on my body to really work with me. So check those out too. Check out Nan. Nan has all of them. Nan ought to send me photos. I can use them as promo pictures. Send me some photos, Nan. All right, and also the marathon. The marathon is coming up on Sunday. It's coming up on Sunday. Oh, I don't know how it's going to be, but I know that I'm bringing all of myself to do all that I can, and to not only successfully complete the marathon, but also to complete a Guinness World Record. My Guinness World Record is to raise $25,000 for a nonprofit that helped me. They were going to get money from me as part of a transformational race. Well, Transformational Life Resource Center is part of their name, but I was going to give them funds as part of a race, but I was unable to give them funds because of the universe took me out. And so this is my chance to pay them back the money that I owe them, and do it epically, do it big and in style. So, all right. So I think that's it. Let me see if there's anything else. I think that's it. So, all right. I think I'm gonna bring Rev Mel on, just like we do on her show. We do it on my show. I'm gonna bring her on and see if I missed anything.
Okay. Yay! Okay. That was good. No, you covered it. You got it.
Okay.
We're figuring out where we're going to meet on Sunday so we could
Right.
celebrate Sekou. So we'll have that information tomorrow. So everybody tune into Sekou's show tomorrow to get that information. Because we
Yeah,
gotta be there. We gotta be there.
that's right. And I just changed the website to givemethewin.com. That's the website you go to donate the money once the race starts on the 6th of November. So
Yes.
there you go. There you go.
And download the TCS Marathon app because we could track Sekou via that app. So you just put in his name, and on Sunday, when he takes his first step, we'll be able to track every step thereafter. And that's when we're going to give, right, for the Guinness World Record.
Yeah, that's right. And so you can watch the show there. You can watch the show on TV too. Like, it's nationally televised.
Yes.
So there's no missing it. But if you want to look on your phone, you can check out the app.
Come on, y'all. Give it up for Sekou. He is doing it, y'all, live. Come on.
Thank you, Reverend Mel. Thank you, Reverend Mel. All right. So I guess we'll just close now. I'll just say, as I've said before, be a hero. Be a hero. Be a hero. Be your own hero. And remember that now is better than perfect. Now is better than perfect. All those things are important to me and have become more important to me in this time of life. Okay, folks. Oh, wait a minute. Since I got time, let me just check the notes. Okay. Oh, shout out to my friend Ben. Shout out to Ben. All right. Shout out to Ben. Okay. All right. Yeah. Thank you, Ben. All right. I'm out. So be a hero, be your own hero. Remember that now is better than perfect, and remember to apply your belief and apply consistency in all things you do. All right? Take it easy. Maybe.